something you can't fix.
If you can't fix what's broken, you'll go insane.
It's Jay and Adam. It's Preview.
It's Preview's Fix It with Adam and Jay.
Hey, Peaches! Welcome to Fix It with Adam and Jay, where friends don't let friends fix pop culture alone.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Jay. And you're our listener. Yeah, that's right.
It's sticking around.
I'm choosing to lean into it.
Sure.
The teaser is out. It's live.
You've already listened to the first... No, you've listened to two, maybe watched one episode. This is the second official episode of To Fix It.
Or
To Fix It. I almost made it one word.
Today, we are going to be fixing The Dark Knight Rises.
Yep, we are. The Dark Knight Rises. Surprise! This one's... Yeah. I feel like this was a dark horse for the second episode. With lots of stuff going on, like, you know, we got Hulk coming up in a few weeks, we got Hobbit coming up in a few weeks.
Like we hired a professional podcast producer. Hi, Brian.
Hi, best friend Brian.
Hello, gentlemen. What lovely speaking voices you have. That was fine. I'll do better next time, I promise.
And he was like, you probably should be coming out with episodes that are like, you know, current to what's going on. And we're like,
he's right.
But we can't just pick a random movie every week. He's like, no, you got to market this properly. So maybe this one is not necessarily marketing it properly, but I feel like this is a big draw.
Well, we did a Marvel movie the first week, the first episode.
We got to mix it up.
Only fair. And we're not doing any of the Snyder stuff. You
No.
thought you'd think we'd do one of the newer DC ones there, because like we could do either Superman.
Well,
Wonder Woman.
One could argue that the Snyder cut of Justice League is Snyder's version of Fix It.
Because he did.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, he fixed it. Yeah,
We're doing the Dark Knight.
we're doing
Rises.
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 Rise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of, it's yeast, right? It's what makes dough rise.
That's where your brain went?
Yes.
Yeast?
Because our wives and significant others bake.
Yeah, it's a delicious bread of a movie.
The Dark Knight Rises.
The Dark Knight Rises.
Because he was hurt for 7 years, not doing any Batmaning. Took up baking.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
What else are you gonna do?
Why not?
He's in the kitchen with Alfred,
Oh yeah.
kneading bread, watching it rise. Surprise! It's Nolan's trilogy. It ends on Bruce Wayne making bread with Alfred. Guys, it's August. It's very hot.
So hot.
We're already sweating.
We're already sweating so much. The dedication that we have for you in this show.
This is gonna be probably a long. You know what? This one's gonna be over an hour. I just know. Well, it's Batman.
Yeah, I hope not.
Let's talk fast then, Jay.
It's gonna be real quick. Before we hop into The Dark Knight Rises, Lashy, how you doing?
I am excited, Jay.
Why are you excited?
Because when we are recording this, we are 2 days out from crowd work.
Yeah.
The crowd work you guys have already seen. We raised so much money for charity.
We raised $100,000.
That's a lot of cheddar.
You heard it here first, everybody. $100,000.
You guys are amazing. Well done. You're very generous.
Great job, everybody.
Great job. Round of applause, Peaches.
Thanks for swinging through.
It's hot. Yep.
Chris Palminteri is
Chris
the only
Palminteri.
person that can't. Yep, the old Bronx Tale himself.
Wow.
That's the only name that came to mind.
Great. That's
right. Isn't that guy?
That's the person. You're right. That is the
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He swung by. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was really great. He swung through and he punched Adam in the throat and gave us a check for $90,000.
And I deserved it after what I said about Chaz Palminteri.
Chaz Palminteri.
Is that his
Chaz is the name.
Is that it?
Right?
Yes, his name is Chaz Palminteri. Good job, gentlemen. Better?
Sure.
Bro.
That's why he punched me in the throat. I didn't get it right. Be that as it may, I'm very excited to get through crowd work because that means you guys have started watching the show.
Yeah.
And we have been working very hard on this for a while. And now finally, you guys can listen to it and watch it and interact with it and like tell us how we're doing, like come up with your own notes. Like I've been looking forward
to just the engagement of
to the
show.
engagement with the community who's already awesome and engage and
they already engage in a major way.
But just with this facet of let's figure out what's wrong with these stories and like what if we just did this? What if we just did that? Oh, good point, Adam. But also, what if I adjust your adjust? Like, oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, that's really good too.
Yeah.
Oh, I like doing this stuff. This podcast is a really good idea, and I just can't wait for you guys to actually see this. Because it's been sitting on our hard drives for months.
Yeah, it's been taking up a lot of space, hard drive space. So
I've been making thumbnails for weeks. I was like, I can't wait for them to see us. AP has done amazing work putting
has.
our faces onto...
Shout out to AP for all of the amazing
all
deep fake.
the silly things he put us into. The fact that you were Mary Jane.
Yeah, it's the best.
In the Spider-Man 3 video.
That's always usually the secret to the deep fake. It's like, which one's going to be the... Like, put Jay on the weirdest choice. There you have it. All right, great.
So I'm just excited to get through crowd work, and my parents are coming this weekend, and to have people actually start listening and watching, and having Brian be like, I love Brian differently the way you do, because he and I are very much the same mental ilk of like, let's watch numbers. Ooh, interesting stats about stuff. Because Brian's already been like, at this point, before the show's already, hey, did you know that we're, I think it was what, 291st comedy podcast in Switzerland?
Yes. What's up, Switzerland?
Before we've actually launched this podcast,
Deuces.
291st comedy podcast in Switzerland.
Woo!
Brian just sent that to us, and I was like, yep, I like where your brain's at.
Whereas
I like this.
I'm just sitting over here thinking of different other movies that Chaz Palminteri is in. And who's Chris Palminteri?
His brother?
Maybe?
Possibly?
I don't know. I'm lost in the sauce over there. Well, my brain is slowly soft boiling over here.
Yep. It's a hot August day.
It's a hot one. Bam, 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 bam. There's having it on the middays.
Oh, you went a little Santana on us. Yeah.
Yeah, I am in true couple days out from crowd work, and that I'm like kind of freaking out a little bit. But
why?
There's a lot to do.
There is a lot to do.
I want to make sure all my ducks are in a row.
Mm-hmm. Quack, quack, baby.
And I am not as... You are the person who says, I would like to do this. This is what I'd have to do today. I'm going to do it. Clack, 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 clack. Oh, it's done. Great. What's the next thing I have to do today? Go down the list. Oh, that's the thing I have to do. A clack, 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 clack. It's done. Whereas I just can't do that. You know?
I do, Jay. I do know.
And it... Don't, no, I don't need your pity party. I don't need your pity parade.
Is that, well, it's just pity. No parade necessary. Just straight from the fire hose pity.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. But I, I also am not on the, I'm not in the episodes trying to make and or jokes. So,
I'm telling you there's something there. Shut your mouth. Guys, if you have an and or joke that we could use for the and or show that comes out at the end of next month, we got plenty of time. You shut your mouth. It's funny. It's wordplay. Everyone likes wordplay. We're still taking options. Some people have some good suggestions. We're workshopping it together.
Oh, yeah.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, okay.
His name is and or. How do you not come up with an and or bit, Jay?
It's almost as if like Star Wars was a rich tapestry of a lot of different, bit ideas, but we're gonna get locked up in the pun of it all, but that's fine.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. The Punderdome, as it were.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Fair enough.
I wouldn't mind that.
Fair enough.
So you're kind of stressed out. 48 hours out, you're
yeah,
stressed out.
but I'll be okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, even if we don't have everything ready to go when we have to go, it will be fine.
Oh, it'll all be done.
I mean, you've streamed with no audio, so like, you've streamed asleep. So like, as long as you're awake, Jay, I think it's a win.
I know the show will be fine. I'm not. I just, I don't want to. I feel like I let you down every every day.
What?
And I really don't. And it's not. This is not a you making me feel this way.
Okay.
This is me digging through my own nonsense kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? This is not like I'm not asking you to change your behavior in any way. It's just like,
Well, yeah.
you just set such a high bar that like trying to catch you sometimes is very frustrating.
Oh, well, Jay, you're never gonna catch me. You're never gonna catch me.
What voice is this?
It's the little greased up guy from the Family
Never
Guy.
gonna catch me.
Never gonna catch me. Ah!
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't try to hold yourself to my standards.
Well,
That's not fair.
I
It's not.
No, I know. This is.
Wait,
you know what this is? No. I'm not arguing with you. This is your version of when, of me saying, I know I'm very talented.
Oh. Yeah, I know I'm very organized. I know I get stuff done, and I don't really. I only complain a little bit about getting things done.
Yeah.
But I'm
That's
I'm mildly organized.
No, it's fine. You and I are the same way, and just totally two different. Totally two different. So that is it weird that actually makes me feel a lot better now that I just realized that.
No, it's not weird at all.
I like
I'm
that.
glad that it does.
I like that.
No, I want you to feel good about it.
So when did you watch Dark Knight Rises? Because we both watched it, right?
Oh yes, I watched it a couple of days ago. This is a Thursday. I watched it Tuesday night. I think it was Tuesday night after we got done taping the Quarry stuff.
Okay.
Movie is 2 hours and 44 minutes, and I felt like 5 hours. It was a hard movie to get through for me.
Yeah, I watched it last night. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I actually really enjoyed watching it. I really enjoyed the movie.
Huh.
Way more than I anticipated. I think maybe it's because my expectations were low.
Oh, okay.
That might have also actually helped it weirdly. And I think now thinking back to when I first saw this movie in the theaters, maybe what really hurt it was that the expectations were sky. Because The Dark Knight, let's be real, is one of the best comic book movies probably ever made.
Yeah,
like, that movie's
up there with Spider-Man too.
That movie's incredible.
Yeah, no, it's solid. It's a solid script.
It's remarkable. It's like it's just one of those. Even if you're not into superhero flicks, you could get into that movie.
Well, because it wasn't really a superhero flick. It was a crime movie.
Yes,
It
absolutely.
just happened to be about a superhero helping out the situation.
Ta-da.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. But I actually But I agree with you. It is too long, but it's like I almost mentally give it a pass for being too long because of the scope of like the storytelling length of it.
Uh-huh.
Like that's almost kind of a part of it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because it was like there obviously was a long time that went into planning what ended up happening in Gotham. There was a long time went into. The only thing that doesn't make any sense is how is an absolutely penniless, albeit maybe even pocketless. The man doesn't even probably have pockets on his
I
pants.
don't think he had pockets.
How
no.
does he get back from Jerusalem? Like where is he?
I don't know where he is.
Spain? Where?
I do know that people have found that shot. They know where that location was.
Uh-huh.
There's no well there. It's just the lip of a wall.
That's pretty clever.
Yeah, he just comes over the lip of a wall and then throws that rope down, and it only goes down a foot and a half. But but it's shot from like below. So
Yeah.
it looks like it came out of a thing. Nope, perfectly. It's just ground behind him. There's no well there.
Look, that's movie magic.
That's
baby.
movie. Yes, it's
That's
fantastic.
movie magic. That's really well done.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, how did he get from where he was out of the pit to back to Gotham? Pretty much immediately.
That's pretty much immediately. That's the only thing that actually fundamentally doesn't make sense. I will say some of the shots, like specifically Matthew Modine.
Oh, that is Matthew Modine.
Oh, it's that Modine, baby.
I forgot.
Oh, acting like there ain't no Matthew Modine in Dark Knight Rises. When he shows up and he's like, "Oh, we got a fire on him, you guys!" and then suddenly he has a bigger gun, and then suddenly the car drives by, and then he's splayed on the ground. I was like, "That is."
And I'm dead.
They edited that with a buzzsaw, and a rusty one at that. I was like, "Woof, that's not great." So there's some shots in there that don't totally pan out, but I think at the end of the day, the problem with The Dark Knight Rises was that we lost Heath Ledger, and there was just no coming back from it. Considering what they had to work with and what they had, like, they were like the left turn that they had to make in pre-production for that, I think it's a pretty good outing considering that. There's a lot of considerations that go in with this movie.
Sure.
But, like, I like Anne Hathaway's Catwoman. I thought she's pretty good.
Yeah, she was.
I thought the outfit kind of was cool, too, with, like, the little things that flipped up and became the ears.
Yeah, were actually her goggles, yeah.
That's actually pretty clever.
Very clever, yes.
That's pretty clever. Yeah. But also, I mean, like, they kept the things that... I got to see the motorcycle strafe.
Yes, a lot of people were strafing on that motorcycle.
Nice. They almost did it too much.
Almost.
They almost did
If they had one more shot with it, it would have been too much.
It would have been too much. It's the lightsaber thing. You can't have too many lightsabers.
You cannot.
They got to be special.
But you were talking about a good, basically a good return on investment on this movie, given what they were working with and what the circumstances they didn't have control over.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, I think now would be a good time to cut over to Brian to actually find out all about those numbers.
Oh, absolutely.
So hey Brian, roll that beautiful Bean movie knowledge, Bean Master Brian.
Look, I appreciate
Bean Baron Brian.
Bean the Bean Baron.
Brian the Bean Baron.
Brian the Bean
Brian
Baron.
the Bean Baron.
Brian, roll that beautiful movie fact footage. And then read from Ephesians. Whoever left that comment on the video of quoting Ephesians and quoting Brian was very funny. It made both of us laugh very hard.
All right, today we are trying to fix 2012's The Dark Knight Rises, directed by Christopher Nolan, written by Jonathan Nolan and Christopher Nolan, and starring Christian Bale, Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman, Gary Oldman, Anne Hathaway, Marion Cotillard, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Tom Hardy, and of course, Matthew Modine. Original treatments for this movie did include the Joker, and Heath Ledger's family did say that he planned to reprise the role before his death. Out of respect for Heath Ledger, Christopher Nolan did not recast the Joker, and he decided to go with Bane, a character totally different than the Joker, even though the studio wanted him to use the Riddler. I mean, Nolan almost didn't make a third one until he cracked the plot. Anyway, this movie made over $1 billion. It set all kinds of box office records. And if we're talking about box office, it's currently number 32 on the all-time highest grossing movies list. It peaked at 7. And if you care, this movie has an 87% on Rotten Tomatoes. Back to you, gentlemen.
Wow!
Wow, Brian!
Oh my God! I had no idea.
Wasn't it cool how he did a backflip in his video?
While reciting Mark 3:17? That was great.
It's a different book of the Bible. Mark isn't in Ephesians.
Brian knows all the pages backwards and forwards and ups and the downs. Good job, Bri. So you liked this movie?
Here's the thing. I didn't when I first saw it.
Oh,
okay. I didn't when I first saw it. I didn't really enjoy it. It wasn't really for me. But it just didn't, the feels didn't land right.
No.
I think like cutting Alfred out when they did made sense, but it also like kind of like cut the dramatic tension between the two of them.
Yep.
Like it would have actually been better for him to like leave for like maybe like 3 scenes and then come back and be like, I can't, like,
yeah,
I don't know how to quit you, like kind of thing. It just, him coming back like after it was all done, like didn't really make a ton of sense.
Nope.
Like there was just a lot of emotional beats that could have landed right.
Yep.
But like watching it today, I was like, I like being here. I like this Gotham. It's kind of fun to.
Oh, okay.
It's a fun little playground that Nolan created.
Sure.
But also we've gotten some other Batmans that have been kind of, some have been great, some have been not so great.
Okay, interesting.
Like I'm just like Affleck.
Yeah, I know. Not really his fault, but like, yeah, I get it. I think this movie was, man. I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. It's a good Nolan. Okay, it's a good Nolan film. I mean, okay, cool. Man, we were watching it. This movie was really bad, Jay.
Oh, really?
This movie is not good.
Oh, man.
And I'm talking from a structure standpoint. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's just not well done. And this is coming after The Dark Knight, which is almost a perfect movie.
Yes.
Now, granted, I don't know what makes it not perfect, but it's very, very well done.
Yeah.
It's solid. Every department nailed everything.
100%.
But this movie, I mean, everything's missing in this movie. Everything.
Like, hit me.
The
Hit
end,
me with
the
big
end,
examples.
the end of The Dark Knight has Gordon do his speech for Harvey's funeral, and overlaced with him saying that Batman will be the hero the city deserves, not the one it needs, but the one the one it deserves, something like that. Like, we'll hunt him, we'll chase him because he can handle it, because he can do it.
Yeah.
You know what doesn't happen? They don't hunt him. They don't chase him. Nothing.
Well, that's the biggest change I think we're both going to make, is that, like, where he doesn't stop being Batman for 7 years.
He zooms off. That last shot was amazing. He's a silent sentinel. He's the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Womp, womp. Like, this awesome shot. But then he just drives home and stops being the Batman for 7 years. And I was like, are you kidding me? How do you start the movie with him not being Batman and just limping around Wayne Manor, rebuilt Wayne Manor, for 7 years? That's ridiculous. And then Bane shows up in the first scene, which is really cool, but doesn't really tie into the plot at all, because, like, Bane's all super scary, but, like, it's just very much in the background and nothing overt happening. And then when they fight an hour in, it's the first time they see each other, and Batman immediately loses. Like, there was no emotional tension in that fight at all. And we all know what's about to happen, because we need to go, because they're trying to do Nightfall and No Man's Land in the same movie. And both of those storylines are freaking massive. The omnibuses of those things are thick. And you tried to squeeze both of those things into a 2 hour and 40-minute movie? It didn't work.
I think, you know what I think also what did this movie a huge disservice, and I mentioned this earlier, but I stopped myself because I wanted to I was like, let's just do this on the show. Do you know if you had to change one thing about this movie to make it work a lot better and have people receive it a lot better,
okay,
you just make Bane's voice more menacing.
Yes.
That's it.
That first
changed
that first scene when he's in the bag and he starts talking is like, oh yeah, now I remember. Oh.
I thought something was wrong with the audio in the theater when I first saw it. It was that Bane, like, we couldn't take Bane seriously because Bane enters the movie and immediately becomes a meme. Like, it was like, that was, and now, to be fair, doing the Bane voice is really, really fun. Ah, yes, I can do the Bane voice.
I know you can.
It's my new character from Mario Party Tuesday. Bane-o, that's right. It's me, Birdo, born in the shadows. It literally, like, undercut almost everything about it.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate that they wanted to make, and here's the thing, Tom Hardy is a good actor.
It's not his fault.
He is good.
Yes.
He is good.
He's very good.
He got yoked for this movie. Like, I believe that guy could have beat the crap out of Batman.
Yes, absolutely.
Truly. Like, there was the menace in him was right, but the voice, because you spend the whole movie mentally being like, I get it.
I'll go along with
Yeah,
I forgive you.
yeah.
I forgive.
I understand.
It's okay. That's okay.
You made a choice.
That's very good.
It's
It's
a
super
stra-
scary.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't feel in control. Okay.
What about the thing on his face makes him talk like that? Why? You change that one thing.
Sure.
It makes the movie.
It makes the movie better, but it doesn't actually fix all the problems in the movie.
Oh, absolutely not. But I think it would have been. I think it would have had a little bit better of a reception if it didn't just immediately memify itself.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know what also been an easy fix to this movie? This is not in my pitch, by the way, but you know what would have been an easy fix?
What?
Just rearranging when the action happens, that he beats up Batman and then breaks his back, and then he ships into the pit, and he's out of the movie for the next little while, and then he attacks Gotham. He should have attacked Gotham. And then fought Batman. And then sent him to the pit. All while Gotham is falling to pieces. The Blackgate breakout, bombing of the city and destroying the Heinz Stadium, all that happens after Batman's gone. If that happened while Batman was still there, the movie would have been way better. Because that would have been a reason for Batman to fight Bane.
If Bane breaks Batman's back in the middle of the football stadium in front of all of those people.
Yep, that would have been awesome too.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Well, I think we've reached that point, Adam.
Oh, we very much have.
Adam, Batman, The Dark Knight Rises.
Mm-hmm.
Fix it.
I'm glad you. I'm going first, Jay.
I know you are.
I
That's
appreciate
why
you.
I did the whole. That's why I did the whole. Did you guys see that? Where I was like trying to like professionally like tune him in and, hey, you do the thing, bud.
I'm gonna do the thing, bud.
Am I crazy?
No, you're not crazy at all.
Okay.
Look at you not be crazy.
I'm so sweaty.
Yeah, very sweaty.
Oh my god.
I know, right?
Oh my god.
So my fix is entitled "The Dark Knight Falls."
Okay.
Because Nightfall.
No.
Because
I know.
remember, they did Nightfall and No Man's Land. You needed to pick one. I picked Nightfall
Yeah.
because Bane was a good bad guy.
Okay.
And they just did this storyline very, very wrong.
Interesting.
So we start the movie off, like we both just said a couple minutes ago, like Batman's still Batmaning the whole 7 years.
Yeah.
And we are going to quickly montage through these 7 years of Batman fighting like the Riddler and Penguin and Black Mask and like Zaz and Scarecrow and Firefly, who can't fly. He's just like an arsonist.
Okay.
And he runs into Catwoman a little bit, but like he's doing Batman stuff. The city.
He's Batmaning.
He's Batmaning.
Yeah, we're seeing just day to day. It's like how that's all I want to see in Spider-Man. I just want to see Spider-Man be Spider-Man.
Absolutely.
Batman be Batman.
Batman's Batmaning around the city. The
Love
city
it.
hates him. He's doing it in the shadows. We see him be hunted by the police.
Okay.
Not Gordon. Gordon's, still like
Because he knows.
still kind of helping out a little bit here and there.
Yes.
And like he meets with Catwoman and they're like, we can see them like have a little bit of a relationship, but like antagonistic, but like not. She's not super evil, but like just a little bit of the taste of what the relationship is.
Yeah.
But we go through all 7 years, quickly, but we see the wear and tear start building up on him.
Yeah.
To get where he is kind of at the point where we meet him in the original film. Like he's hurt a lot. Alfred's not happy about this. It's like, Master Wayne, you need to stop. You are hurting yourself. This needs to be a better way of doing this.
Yeah.
You are grinding yourself down. You're doing this too much. And he's like, well, what else do we have? I have to do this.
Totally.
City, I have to protect the city. And these things keep popping up. I have to
And
stop
that
them.
actually makes Alfred's, that makes his resentment of him actually make sense.
Yes.
Because I understand it's like he's mad that he's going to put the suit back on, but it's like, dude, it's been like 7 years. Like,
Yep.
It's clearly not a complex.
Yep.
It's clearly like there's a reason he's doing this. I don't know. Anyways, keep going.
So that gets us back to present day, right? So it's great. 7 years later, we start to hear a little bit, like in the background. There's a lot of stuff. We're shown a lot of stuff, but a lot of stuff. It's all the scenes are very layered with the little things in the background. Like we've heard about Bane in this montage.
Yeah.
Like just something going on overseas. It's a force happening somewhere.
It's not
else.
even in Gotham.
It's not even in Gotham yet. But there's a force somewhere else that Gotham should be aware of. That like Jim's getting reports about.
Pieces
stuff.
are moving.
Exactly. Things have been happening this whole time.
Gotcha.
And by the way, in this pitch, there's no Talia. Bane is the bad guy. He's not once again the henchman for the villainous who shows up at the end.
I will say, there is something to be said that like on paper, I like that his Nolan's Batman kind of tied back to Ra's al Ghul. Like you know what I mean? I
Sure.
like it. Like it's an interesting, fun little circle.
Yeah, it is. I think it does. I mean, I don't think Talia was really necessary in the movie. It could have just been Bane. Like, oh, I was the Shadow. I got kicked. I got kicked out of the League, and now I'm just back to what? Because they failed, and now I'm going to show up the League of Shadows I'm going to succeed where they failed.
I will say, watching back again, wow, it's obvious it's Talia. Wow, it's so obviously her. Like it's like not even funny how bad they hide it.
Yeah. Oh, also, just quick note. Her death scene is very bad.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, it's terrible.
Yeah, you can see her as an actor go, and I'm dead now.
Yep. And line done. Like, I'm surprised her tongue didn't come out of her mouth. It was very bad.
Yeah.
Why? Okay, that's Talia's out of this pitch. She's not here. Okay, so we're back in the present.
No, not in this pitch.
Not in this pitch.
I thought you said different. Nothing. Keep moving.
Okay.
Keep moving.
So, present day Gotham. Things are okay. The city still hates Batman. Everything is still basically status quo. Everyone thinks he killed Harvey Dent. And then somebody else pops up in Gotham. Huge guy, built, beating the crap out of people. But using a lot of Batman's moves and things of that nature. Very Batman-esque. People think Batman has just kind of lost it and is just kind of wrecking shop on people. So people are blaming this new crime wave on Batman.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Well.
Yep. So. This is the beginning of Act 2. So Gordon and Batman kind of meet up to be like, hey, a new player's in town because it clearly isn't you, and he is brutalizing people. And then they start talking about this Bane guy who's been, like, you know, out and about. A little bit of backstory about Bane comes out. A little bit of it comes out.
Back computer sequence of, like,
sure.
Here's
Gordon's got some
Alfred being
files.
like, yeah,
this is what we know. Santa Pisca, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, like, just not the whole story, just some of the story.
Sure.
This guy is huge. He's well connected. He's beating the crap out. And he's brutal.
And his follow, like, that's the one thing I liked about the Bane followers. It's like they will die for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're fanatics.
He's very good at this.
Yeah.
And so while Batman is talking to Jim, Blackgate gets attacked by Bane, and so they go from the rooftop meeting to Blackgate because Bane is already trying to release everybody from Blackgate. The plan starts now. We're now Nightfall is started.
Just going.
We're going. Act 2 starts. We're on Nightfall. So Batman shows up at Blackgate. The prison riots happening. The GCPD is trying to stop stuff. Batman goes in the prison. He's fighting, you know, like a hallway scene, like Daredevil. He's fighting bad guys. Prisoners. Get back yourself. Blah 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 blah. He faces Bane. We see eye to eye. We see Bane, and they fight.
Yeah.
And it's actually decently even matched. Like, Bane's pretty good. Like, he's holding his own. Batman might be just a little bit better. He's got some cool gadgets, but, like, Bane is no pushover. Like, he gets some good shots in, but the fight gets interrupted, and Bane releases a bunch of supervillains. A lot of the people we just saw in the montage, but not Joker, specifically because he says,
"Leave the clown."
Yep, because you will not work in this plan. I do not want you here.
No, he can't.
So he's not a Joker. Is specifically not chosen not to be a part of this,
and that is an excellent way of acknowledging it. But also, that is a believable, like, you really, he will ruin everything. Yep. He's not on anyone's team. Like, yeah.
So you can't have you part of this. So some prisoners get recaptured, but most of them break out. Some villains, you know, the villains we saw in the montage, they break out. So Gotham starts going to pot immediately because their villains are all running all over the place. We got escaped inmates. It's a little bit like Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight. I think that the game.
Yeah.
So, like, the prisoners are everywhere. So Batman and the GCPD are trying to round these people up. But, like, we montage a little bit because we're going to go over a couple of weeks here of, like, things deteriorating in Gotham. Yeah. Batman's trying, but it's not really working. We see him getting run down because he's out there every night. He's barely getting any sleep.
Yeah.
He's trying to catch all these people, but it's, you know, they're trying to corral everything and get these people back into prison. Meanwhile, Bane's just like, hey, Penguin, Black Mask, guess what? I'm in charge of the underworld now. And he flexes a little bit, and they're like, you know what? Yes, you are. We're not. This arrangement works for us.
I've been thinking about it as well, and I was gonna say the same thing.
That's perfectly fine.
Quang, quang, quang.
So we see Gotham's under siege for a while. Lots of cool Batman doing Batman stuff. A lot of the city being worried. Jordan, Jim, and the GCPD like over their heads. They're in over their heads. They can't handle this stuff. But you know, we do move a few weeks ahead.
Yeah. And
they get in a call that Scarecrow is at a bank. Guess why not?
Sure.
And Batman shows up to stop the Scarecrow, who's now in a more modern comic or game version of his outfit. You know, like the creepy, spooky one with the needle hands.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
Really spooky.
Really
not
scary.
Not just like the dust, little like actual like he's really crook and creepy.
Yeah, because they've gone full. They're
They're
beyond the pale.
They put some shine on Scarecrow in recent years, and it's working out. But of course, Batman, defeats Scarecrow, but Scarecrow does get him with one of his needles, so he gets some venom or some toxin.
Yeah,
some severe toxin in him. But Batman did stop him. But he goes back to the Rumbler because he's got a Rumbler. He's got the Rumbler back. It's been 7 years.
Dude, the Rumbler rules.
He's got the Rumbler. So
I will say you're telling me that the Batwing in Dark that's
pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I keep thinking that I'm like when they first came out with the Batmobile, I was like they can't one up that, and then they're like, oh, here's the Batcycle.
But it flies.
Here's the Batcycle, and it strafes. It's a motorcycle that strafes. Like, they're never gonna top that. Here's a hovercopter? What even is it? It looks like it might devour you. Like
if you get too close, you get sucked under the blades on the bottom there. So Batman goes to the Rumbler. Here's something from Gordon about because Gordon's there to help take in Scarecrow, and while Batman is injecting himself with some antitoxin, we hear a report that Bane has attacked the GC1 studios, like NY1.
Great.
It's like, I have planted a bomb in
Sandy Kenyon.
Yep.
Get him.
Get
him. Get out of my taxi cabs.
I planted a bomb in the Narrows. And if my demands are not met in the next 3 hours, I'm going to blow up the entire Narrows. Which, remember, the Narrows was the...
Yes.
Okay. So Batman's like, crap, okay, I gotta go. I gotta take on Bane. But like, even Gordon's like, no, you do not. I can see you're in trouble. You have been going too hard. I can see the wear and tear on you. You have to let us handle this. Gordon, I gotta, Batman. I gotta go. My city's in danger.
There really is moments in that where I realized that like Pete Holmes' impersonation of him, like I was like, people are like, he's kind of over the top. I'm like, no, he's not really. There's a couple of moments there where I was like, there should have been some reshoots on some of the angles on him in that mask going.
So Batman goes to GC1 Studios, and before he enters, Catwoman is waiting for him on the roof and is like, listen, you do not understand what is going on. The past 2 weeks have been insane from my side of things. Here is more information about Bane. Turns out, like, I'm cribbing some stuff from the I Am Bane storyline that was in the New 52 version of...
I am Bane!
Like, Bane's basically evil Batman. Like, similar upbringing, or like similar...
It's like Black Adam to Shazam kind of vibe.
Yes, so, slightly similar upbringing or circumstances that he just took and utilized in a much darker way than Bruce went. Yeah. Bruce could have gone this way very easily.
Totally.
But he didn't. But Bane did. So he's very good. He's been planning this for years. He's very smart. Like, he's basically much eviler you.
Me?
But I gotta go get him. He presses him off.
Oh, okay.
So he goes in anyways. So we have a really cool, kind of like what we did in the previous movie with the Joker villain or the henchman on the construction site.
Yeah.
Like just going around like doing like Arkham Knight stuff.
Absolutely.
Like, he takes out a bunch of thugs.
Loving it.
In the studio. It's cool.
So
Batman
fun.
using gadgets, being Batman.
Batman being
awesome.
Batman. Doing cool stuff.
Absolutely awesome.
With
because he's about to go fight Bane, who's in the studio just sitting there. Chilling. Waiting for him. And so then, they have that. Finally, they're tete-a-tete. Like, why are you taking my city? I remember this movie. We're gonna fight. He's like, oh, why are you? And Bane's just like, yeah, this is cool. Can you read this line? I wrote a line.
Oh, okay.
It's the one in the middle there. That's
you want to do it in the Bane voice?
Yeah, because I can't do it.
I've already taken control, and I have no more use for you, save one.
Nice. And so they fight, and Bane beats the ever-loving crap out of Batman because that was on live TV on GC1, plastered all over the city.
Sandy Kenyon is just
horrified. She can't believe what she's seeing. And so the fight, just from like the beginning, it just goes poorly. And then it's a good anime fight. Like, oh my god,
who do you think Sandy Kenyon is?
One of the people who
he's the guy. He's a guy. He's the guy from I'm Sandy Kenyon.
And
NY1. He's on he's in the taxi cabs.
Yeah.
Oh, he said she, and I was like, are we talking about?
Oh, I thought it was the woman opposite of the other gentleman who's
right.
Out.
Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Hey, Sandy Kenyon, leave it in the comments below. Who are you?
So it's a good back and forth fight, but clearly Bane is in charge of this. Even though Batman's like, oh, with a couple of gadgets, he may come back, he may rally on this fight. And then Bane's just like, so you think you actually have a shot for this? Shoots the Venom, which he never did in the movie. He actually takes the Venom.
Okay.
And then brutalizes Batman on live television and breaks his back in front of the cameras, broadcast to the entire city.
Yeah.
And it is sickening. It is not just like the shot we got in the normal movie.
That's still pretty. I mean,
it was like okay, but like it should have been like an actual like celery cracking,
like a squelch.
Yes, like something like truly bad just happened. Like oh my god. And then we just flashed around the city because everyone just saw it of like some people are cheering because they thought Batman was a bad guy.
Yeah.
Some people are horrified because they thought Batman was a good guy. Like Gordon's like, oh my god.
Some people
who's now racing to the
Some
studio.
people were just trying to see the weather on the 8s.
The weather on the 8s?
And they watch a man get his back broken. Like, I just needed to know if I needed to wear shorts or not tomorrow. Oh no.
So Bane breaks Batman in front of the live television, then starts monologuing to the TV like Gotham. I just saved you, just ridded this the city from this horrible menace. Jim shows up to drag Batman, like gets him out of there.
He's like a man of the people. He's trying to be a man of the people kind of thing.
Yep. He hands the camera over to Jim and is like spins it to be like, the police are here. The commissioner's here to arrest Batman. And so just totally starting to spin the whole thing like this was all a part of because people thought that Batman was the one who did the Blackgate thing because.
That's very good.
So Bane's the man of the people, and so Jim gets them out of the studio, and Catwoman helps him because she was like slinking in the background, like she didn't want to be seen by Bane.
Kitty cat, meow meow.
And they get him out the thing, but he's paralyzed; he can't walk. And they get him into the Rumbler, and Bane just smiles to the camera, or as much as he can smile with the mask on, and just says, "You're welcome, Gotham." Movie's over. Your turn. That's it. I'm done.
So you're setting yourself up for another movie?
No, we're done. Bane wins.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's Nolan, man. He'd do something like that. It's your turn.
Huh. Really? That's the end of the movie?
Yeah.
Batman loses.
Womp. Womp. And the Batman music plays and the credits roll. Yeah.
That... You would have set that summer on fire.
I know.
Huh.
Talk of the town.
I keep waiting for you to...
It's your turn.
Okay.
Jay.
Adam.
Fix it.
I'm shook.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about that.
Bane was a man with a plan.
No, I know.
And he executed it properly.
I know.
He broke the bat.
But that, Christopher, I mean, that you are right in that. That's not outside of Nolan's wheelhouse. Okay. Wow, you chose violence today.
I did.
Huh. This is like a fix it first.
I know. That's
Like,
only the second episode.
No, it's an evocative choice. I'm not sure I agree with it.
Okay.
But I like it.
Cool.
I'm glad that you went in the direction of Nightfall.
Yes.
And because I think we both kind of like, did you do the same thing I did where you just kind of were like, which books really didn't get picked or what didn't get picked properly?
Only a little bit, because I was like, this movie is Nightfall and No Man's Land. There's no way we can do No Man's Land properly, so like that's just jettisoned immediately.
Yeah.
Let's just focus on Nightfall, which is a really good story.
Yeah.
And Bane has gone up and down as a bad guy in the comics, and especially like in the Harley Quinn show now, he is just a joke.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
It is kind of fun, but like in the comics, like they've gone back and forth. But I think right now Bane is truly like an equal to Batman and is a menace.
Yes.
Which is how he should be.
He should be. I agree. So my concept for my fix it pitch is that the one thing that frustrated me about 5 was that I think in the second movie they really were setting up. I mean, the Joker even says it, like, you know, there's a new brand of criminal in Gotham, and I don't think that the third movie really, like, that nothing comes to fruition from that, because that movie makes such a strong choice into doing like Joker and Two-Face that way. Yep. That like. The fact that we just kind of, that he hasn't been Batman because he hasn't needed to be. I was like, that's not, that choice is so, that has never been a thing.
Batman does not quit.
No.
Batman just goes.
Batman just goes.
Has the mission. He's
and
on
when
the
Batman
mission.
needs to quit, he gets that kid from Batman Beyond. And then he's still in his ear the whole time.
Yep. Batman's got contingencies on contingencies. He will never stop.
Never, ever.
And he stopped for 7 years.
He is the Leslie Knope of Shadow Justice. So my third movie, I don't have a title. Dark Knight Fall. Now I get it. Man, I did not expect that from you. You're crazy. I like it. I love the insanity of it, though. That's the magic of this show. But my pitch delves into what Gotham has turned into.
Okay.
Because the second movie is kind of because Joker is getting rid of organized crime in his own way. Mm-hmm. We open this film. It's very similar to the second movie. Okay. And I kind of like it, and the synergies and the parallelism is supposed to be, that's how it's supposed to be.
Supposed to rhyme.
We open up, yeah. Very good.
Thank you.
I like that a lot. But it does rhyme. We open on a like high-tech facility, like a science facility, but like mostly like computer forward. You know, sometimes like labs can be like, oh, they're working on like bio stuff. This is like mostly like tech. Okay. Like computer lab. Okay. But when I say computer lab, it makes me think of like fourth
high school,
grade.
yes.
Like, it's time to go to the computer lab and print out my essay. No, like a high tech lab.
Sure, guys in white
like
coats doing
a
the
Baxter
thing, walking.
Stockman kind of vibe.
Sure.
Yeah. And you see that like very clearly, they are working on. It could very well be. It could be very Wayne Tech. Sure. It doesn't really matter what company it is. But you see someone working at like a really intense workstation, and then you just see a window pop up, and just a small white rabbit hops across the screen. Okay. And then like all the tech in the room just goes black. Okay. And like the whole building goes down, but then like the security lights come up.
Sure.
And basically like the lab is attacked by mobsters. Like it's gang warfare. They're just like, they are looting and scooting. They are just like the normal but they look like stereotypical like gangsters, like gang members. Okay. Like it's like, man, the mob. And like the lab techs are like, man, like I thought we got rid of the mob, like blah 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 blah. All the while, there on the exterior of this building, like after all the lights go down, like clearly something's wrong. Like Batman gets a collar, like he like sees the building go down, is like something's wrong. And as he starts to approach the building, that's when he's trying to go save the day. And starts getting chased by police.
Yes. Yep.
And so
absolutely.
There is a sequence of him attempting to even see what's going on, but he can't get there because the cops.
Oh, okay.
So like there's this whole sequence of him like running over buildings and stuff, and like there's a police helicopter, and he's just trying to help people, but he can't because he's just continually on the run.
Right.
So like that sets the like that's where our Batman is right now.
Hunted and not be able
hunted.
To. Yeah, he can't do the Batman
because that was such a driving force at the end of that movie, and the fact that was like not. It's really a missed opportunity. Yeah. Yeah, man. Now the more we talk about this movie, maybe this movie was bad. I was in a good mood. Dang it.
Sorry.
They're looting all this tech stuff, and. They hear the police outside, And then like they see the police just go right by and like a Batman swinging by. Like,
yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
a little bit on the nose,
Sure.
but there would be a more elegant way of showing that.
Absolutely.
And they're just like, I guess he's not. Oh. And be like, I thought Batman was supposed to like fight the gang, like fight you guys, and then pan to played by Steve Buscemi in my mind. It's Steve Buscemi hunched over with a silent, with a very small gangster puppet in his hand, and it's just like, oh yeah, well there's a new mob boss in town that comes from Scarface the puppet, and it establishes that like there's still like, I like Scarface as a villain because it establishes it's like there's still the same kind of crime.
Yeah.
It's just so much crazier. It's just like, oh, we still have gangsters. They're just ventriloquist puppets.
Wow.
And it's just like, okay.
Okay. That's a swing, dude.
Like,
Wow.
oh no. And honestly, as I got on the Scarface thing, I was like thinking about extending it more, but I actually just think he serves as, like, he's around and he's clearly like one of the bosses of like all the crime families going on in Gotham.
Sure.
But like, I think that just sets the tone of where the city's at. Like,
Yeah.
perfectly.
It's nuts.
And so Batman gets back from running
From the cops.
running from the cops. He gets a call from Gordon,
Mm-hmm.
and we see Gordon showing up to a crime scene. And as we get through, as he's like being shown the crime scene, blah blah blah, and they're like, he's like, this seems like he's like, this is a high profile murder, but like, seems pretty cut and dry. Like, there's security cameras. Like, we just got to see who this is, blah blah blah. And the one thing we learn like halfway through the scene is that very clearly Batman is in his ear and like in a contact.
Oh.
Like,
okay.
it's the kind of thing where like he's like, because Detective Batman's awesome, but I like the idea of him at the Bat computer being like, oh no, I see this, I see, like, wait,
Yes.
ask him about this, ask him about this, like that kind of thing. And they're kind of like,
little oracly.
yes, yeah. Because if he can't beat, there's no way he can.
If he
sneak
can't
in
do
there.
it, then Gordon can help.
Yes, so he's helping Gordon, and they pull up the security footage at this house.
Uh-oh.
I'm pretty sure that that's Two-Face killing this person. They run the footage back. They play it again. No. Yep, that's
Harvey Dent.
That's Harvey Dent. Harvey Dent's dead. Is he dead? How is he dead? And then you see cutting into Gordon's feed into the Bat computer.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to think about like what the clue would look like. But it's just it's a spinning question mark. It's a spinning question mark, and it's just it's like, I know that you didn't kill Harvey Dent, but I'm gonna need, like, if you don't want the world to know, you need to come here. Like, you need to solve this riddle.
Dude.
And then you see a little white rabbit hop across the screen and wipe it clean. And so, yeah. So we're hushing it a little bit. We are stealing a little bit from, we're stealing a little bit from, I mean, the Batman.
Yeah,
obviously
a little bit, yeah.
But basically, Batman gets sent on like a crazy, a bunch of different clues, working with Gordon, basically trying to like complete all of these riddles.
Mm-hmm.
While still to maintain the secret,
Right?
Because he's like, I want to help you, But like, if you solve the riddle, I guess I won't have. I guess I can't. Like, I want to help you. Like, you didn't kill Harvey Dent, but also there are still strings of murders that there's either photographic or security cam footage evidence that it is Harvey Dent killing these dudes.
Not Two-Face, Harvey.
Well, Two-Face Harvey as Two-Face.
Okay, yes, okay.
Because like there was reports of like him, like they're trying to like push the Two-Face narrative.
Oh,
like
I see.
even the Two-Face is like entering like the lexicon of like the news cycle and stuff like that. Basically, what ends up happening is that solves all the riddles, solves all the things, and then there's like one final riddle that Batman has to solve, and he finally gets there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's he meets Edward, and there is a small tiny little guy in like a VR headset of like the tech that got stolen.
Oh, nice, I see it.
It's mentioned offhand
Mm-hmm.
that he's in Wonderland. I'm setting up the Mad Hatter.
Yes, yep. Well, no, as soon as you said the White Rabbit, I'm like, he is not doing Jervis Tetch, is he?
Yeah, it's Jervis Tetch. Jervis Tetch has been basically has been the one altering all of the like different footage and things like that, and that's why all of the tech has been stolen. And through the course of all the riddles and things like that, like certain aspects of like, I know that you're Bruce Wayne. These are all the things that I know. Like, I'm trying to help stop you. You don't have to be Batman. You don't have to be Batman. We don't have to hate you. But if you solve this riddle, I guess maybe you'll have to keep being Batman. Like, basically it comes to light that like he is trying to get him. All of the clues and things are leading to him to like, he doesn't have to do it anymore. But he was like, but I know you can't. And so it finally gets to a point.
Okay.
It finally gets to a point where like they are about to like broadcast to everyone.
Sure.
Like, they've set up the final clue. They're there. Mm-hmm. Like Jervis has got Jervis, yeah. He's got like all the cameras like set on him. It's Batman and the Riddler. Mm-hmm. And it's like all you have to do is just tell everyone you didn't kill Harvey, and all of this will go away. I have the ability to do that. He's basically, and what we learn is that the two of them have basically set up a situation in which basically everyone's like internet and online profiles,
sure,
like everyone's secrets get sent out.
Like everyone's
like,
search
all
histories?
You have to do is tell the truth, and I'll tell everyone's truth. Like, and that's why they're amassing all the tech, because they just need enough power in order to be able to do this.
Okay.
And then this is the twist in my head that I keep thinking about.
Okay.
And I think it's the point of the movie in my head. And then Batman tries to like turn it on him.
Sure.
Batman tries to turn it on him and just says like, well, if all of the truths are out, then there won't be any more need for riddles. And Enigma just turns to him and says, that's the difference. I'm okay with not being the Riddler anymore.
Whoa, boy!
I am a response to something. If that thing goes away, I can stop doing it.
So both of them are putting Batman on blast for his need to be Batman.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. And
do you know what happens? He beats the crap out of both of them, puts them in jail, and continues being Batman.
Batman doing Batman things.
I think you and I are in the same headspace. Bruce Wayne doesn't learn lessons. He has started as the smartest man in the room. He will end it up as the smartest man in the room. Bruce Wayne don't learn lessons.
He can't, apparently. If Batman learns lessons, then Batman won't be Batman anymore.
And it's like,
Which is unfortunate because you can still be Batman and learn lessons and grow as a person, but they won't let him.
and the Riddler's like last line to him before he gets like thrown in the back of a cop car is just like, crime got weird. Like, what was it? It's like,
With the escalation line?
you didn't you didn't stop crime in Gotham. You just made it weirder. Like, it's the kind of thing. It's like, you're the problem, man. You're the problem. Like, Bruce Wayne, what are we gonna do with you, you little rascal? But yeah, that's my fix. There's some
So you
tweaks here and
you
there.
use a little bit of Hush, but made it not
A little
made
bit
it
of Hush.
Jervis, not Tommy Elliott.
Yeah, Jervis is the. I think there's like a maybe Bruce Wayne's trapped in the little Wonderland device for a while there. I think
Sure.
there's something to that.
That would be a fun.
But that's kind of the overall arc there. I think
Sure.
you can set up those clues in such a way
Mhm.
that I think kind of unravel why Bruce does what he does a little bit more.
Yep. I like that.
And I like the idea of, yeah. There's obviously a lot of like Joker conversation, but like everyone's just kind of like, no, please. I have worked too hard. I have worked too hard. That guy will not shut up. But yeah, that's my Batman. That's my like. I don't know what I would call it. The Dark Knight Rises.
It's funny you should mention that, Jay, because that's actually the title of my next movie. It's a two-parter. I lied.
Oh, you son of a gun!
Welcome to part 2 of Adam's pitch.
And here I thought you were brave.
The Dark Knight Rises. Because first he has to fall. Why do we fall, Jay? Why do we fall?
Why do we fall, Master Bruce? Get back up again. No, this is great. No, this is excellent.
So
Hit me with a hot note. Watch me.
we'll make this kind of fast because we are really sweating.
Mm-hmm.
But it starts right after it's right after.
Yeah.
He's in the Rumbler. He goes back to the cave. He comes out like, Alfred, I am paralyzed. Like, I can't help. Alfred has to pry him out, like, get him out of the thing. And then we're going to do another little quick montage because we kind of have to move the story along a little bit. Like, Bruce starts trying to find a way to fix himself.
Yeah.
Fix
it.
He tries, but he can't. He's seeing doctors. He's getting x-rays. People tell him, like, Mr. Wayne, you're paralyzed from your skiing accident or whatever. Like, he can't get fixed. He's broken. Meanwhile, Bane's taking over the city.
Yeah.
Like, the new status quo in Gotham is setting in.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. The normal citizens of Gotham don't see anything wrong.
Yeah, they're not worried about it.
They're not worried about it at all because, like,
It's been how it's always been. It's just different.
Bane and Black Mask and Penguin and Zsasz and Scarecrow, like, all that stuff's happening, but it's like it's all in the background. It's like what's the guy's name from Dresden? Who's the mob boss in Chicago that takes care of everything?
The gentleman Marconi.
Yes, Marconi. It's like Marconi. He sets himself up as Marconi. Like, I am a gentleman criminal.
If you do not cross me, you probably won't even know I exist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's still crime going on in the city clearly because, like, Bane's got to flex his power. You know, people are getting hit.
Yeah.
The cops are being run
I
ragged.
like Bane as like a gentleman mobster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm into that.
And similar to what you had, Bruce starts to try to help Gordon out like an oracle from the back computer, just trying to help out because he's got to do something.
Also, that sequence like makes my brain fire good. You know,
like
having
that stuff in the Batman film when he had with the contact and he was talking to Selena, like, that stuff's good.
It's good.
That's good.
I love it.
I can't be there, but I gotta coach somebody else to try to. That's good stuff. So, like, crime's running the city, but everyone seems to be fine with it because it's not impacting their lives.
Yeah.
And so everything's kind of like settled into a new status quo until Lucius Fox shows up and it's like, Mr. Wayne, I think I have a solution. And we're going to use the technology that was used to cure Barbara when the New 52 started, that she was Oracle, and then it's like, hey, spine implant technology can fix the thing, can talk. It's comic book logic and comic book technology. They use it in the comic book. So, like, sure. So, but, like, it's going to be risky. Of course, I have to take So, of course, he does it. And, of course, it's a success. And then So this whole second act is basically Bruce going Assassin's Creed style, relearning all of his old moves and like relearning all the steps to be Batman.
Yeah.
While taking out the new status quo in the city. Like taking out Scarecrow, who's now in charge of Blackgate, as just just basically a facade of justice. It's like, oh yeah, no, people go into Blackgate. No, the criminal justice system still works, but they're like released because Scarecrow is secretly in charge of everything.
Yeah.
Zaz and Firefly are like enforcers or something like that. Penguin and Black Mask, are running like lieutenants, running stuff for Bane. Bane's just sitting back, being like, just
yes,
making it rain because he's just earning money.
Yeah, man.
He's got what he's always wanted: control.
Big control.
Exactly. So Batman starts working his way, like basically like the first movie, he works his way through the organization, but like relearning all the steps. So we see him like be awkward and janky, and then like slowly as he works through everybody, he's getting better.
He pulls the Samus and has to get all his abilities back.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's getting a little better, a little brutal, a little faster. Like he's getting better at this. So he takes out everybody, but specifically he does. There's a nice, great sequence of him taking out Scarecrow at the jail.
Cool.
So he works through everybody, and Bane's still like pretty much unconcerned because like I'm still in control of everything. Oh, Batman's back. Okay, sure. Like Catwoman shows up. Like I heard there's a rumor you were back. I wouldn't be like, are you sure you want to do this? About it's been 3 months. Things are not great, but they're not horrible. Like you don't have to do this. But Batman has to do this. I gotta take on Bane. So eventually, it works for all the organization, and finally, like Bane's like, you know what? I'm done with this game. Just come to my headquarters. Let's just settle this. Let's just finish this because this is my city now. And why are you even attempting to take me on? I've broken you once. I'll break you again. Just come to my headquarters. We'll get this over with. So once again, just like the previous movie, Batman goes to his headquarters. Does that cool like Arkham Knight stuff. Like it's super awesome. Uses some gadgets. Like he's back in peak form.
Yeah.
The past couple weeks have all been leading up to this. And he goes into Bane's office
and gets his back broken again at the end of the movie.
At the end of the movie, and it's all over. I did it twice, everybody. I didn't see that coming. So they have their, they have their tete-a-tete, and just like, and then Bane has this little. Do you want to go ahead and read this? It's the middle there in the bold.
In the bold.
Yes.
You seek justice. You seek control. Were the past few months so bad for Gotham? No, they were not. No gang wars, muggings, and assaults down. I was a boon for this city, Bruce. A city you failed long ago. You could have ruled the city years ago, but you put your faith in others, and that was your mistake.
And then they fight. And it's an awesome fight. And Bruce is like
breaking backs.
He's doing awesome. He's right back to it. Like he's using gadgets. This is really cool. It's like it's kind of even like he's still like maybe favors his back a little bit. A little bit like Miguel for some reason from Cobra Kai. Still not sure why, but he's a little bit like Miguel.
I'm not editing that.
I don't expect you to. That's unfair to you. I figured we were talking about it earlier today. I would throw that in now, but Then basically what Bruce's strategy is he's trying to stretch the fight out. Like there are obviously openings, but like he's not taking them. And then Bane sees that and then calls him on it and then says,
"Oh my gosh.
We're almost done."
You think you could poison me? The venom in my veins is more than a match.
It's the one above me.
Oh, yeah. How much did... Dude, you said...
This is going to be quick.
You
read your
looked
lines,
at me in the
sir.
face and you lied to me when you said, I didn't write that much. You wrote dialogue.
I did write dialogue this time, but I think you
seek
can do the voice.
to tire me? Think you can outlast my strength? If you want to draw your ultimate defeat, so be it.
Ben takes the venom. And then gets all roar and starts wailing on Batman. And that's exactly what Batman wanted. Because he eventually, he's taken the hits. Like, it's hurting. But he sees the opening he was looking for and then injects him with some of the fear toxin that he got from Scarecrow earlier.
Gotcha.
And then Bane says,
You think you could poison me? The venom in my veins is more than a match for any of your tricks.
And then Batman says, Maybe so. But not Dr. Crane's. And with the speed your heart is beating, I say the effect should be instantaneous. And then Bane's like, oh, what?
Does he explode?
No, not yet. And then Batman
Not
goes,
yet?
not yet. What are you afraid of? The dark? Confinement? Or perhaps a loss of control? We see from Bane's POV, like from
Your
the
eyes
first
got
movie.
so big.
Did you see it like with the black highlighter? And so from Bane's POV, he's losing control of his body, even though he isn't. But he's feel like as he starts flailing around, because Bane's like control the whole time. So like, why not? He's afraid to lose control of his body. So he's like, oh, and then Batman beats the crap out of him. And then as he goes to finish him off, Batman goes, "You made two mistakes. First, you thought this fight was over, and second, you forgot that I'm Batman." And then punches him and knocks him out.
Yeah.
And then Gordon comes in, arrests him.
It's really good.
And then,
like
flash forward, a couple days, and the mood of the city's changed. Everyone's like, "Oh, this is what the story comes out of what really has been going on."
Yeah.
And the truth about Harvey comes out. Like the slate's pretty much washed clean of like, "Hey, this is what's all been happening," and the city's like, "Hey, you know what? Maybe Batman wasn't so bad." And then you see the bat signal up on the clouds, and in a scene much like from The Batman in the beginning, which was just so good that everyone was scared. It's like, where's Batman? He could be anywhere. Where is he? I don't know. You don't know. But this time, it's like, instead of played for menace, it's like played for it's a happiness. Like people are like thrilled that the bat signal is back. Like bad guys are scared, but the good citizens of Gotham are like, Batman, go get him, Batman. Like there's a general sense of go
absolutely.
And you see like kind of an old Tim Burton shot, up the side of the building. You see Batman on the gargoyle, like sees the signal, and we cut in on Batman, and he like nods or whatever. He's like, Batman, and then turns the camera, and the last thing we see is the bat symbol on his chest, and then the music hits.
Absolutely.
And that's the end of the movie.
Wow.
Yep. No random character whose name just happens to be Robin shows up and takes over.
Yeah.
God, I hate it. I hated that so much because the first time I saw the movie, I was like, wait, what just happened? And then seeing the second time years later, I was like, yep, that was dumb. Yeah, nope. Oh, you should use your real name. It's a nice name. Robin? Nope. Nope. That's not how that works. Nope. Sorry. I'm John Blake. Oh, your real name's Robin. Nope. Screw
Get
you.
out of here.
Get out of here. Nice try.
Yeah.
That's not.
Nope.
He shouldn't have been in this movie. He's wasted this. Nope. Get out of here.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So.
Oh, man.
Yeah, sorry. There's no way I could do Nightfall in one movie, so.
No, absolutely. And I think that's the problem is that they try to do Nightfall in one movie.
Yeah.
Because they can't get it all done.
No, it's too much.
It's too much.
Batman got healed by magic in the comics? Yeah, that was how they fixed it. In the comics. He didn't, like, do training or anything, just magic.
Sure. Well, we're also existing in a world in which Ra's al Ghul just has, like, a rejuvenation chamber.
That's more established Batman lore. That would have made more sense.
That made more sense. In Dark Knight Rises, are we led to believe that Ra's al Ghul actually comes to visit him, or is that like a dream?
It's a dream.
Are we sure?
I think that you see the top wobble a little bit, so I mean you can draw your own conclusions. But I think it was real.
All right. Oh man, I can't believe, man, you really bamboozled me. Good work. Good work.
I wanted to tell you that I had two the whole time, but
No, that's fine.
I'm gonna keep this close to the vest.
No, it's fine.
Make it two. Tell you be a secret.
No, I liked it.
Sorry, we had to do it in probably one of the hottest days.
Bro.
When we started, I was like, I'm just gonna tell him the first one and then bluff that it's over. But we're sweating. It's gonna take so much more time.
I will say there is part of it. You're like, I have a second movie. I was 50% delighted. 50%. Bro, I'm gonna murder you.
We are sweating so much. Thank you guys for sticking around, for watching us sweat.
Guys, thank you for listening.
God.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of this crazy little podcast that we've started. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, do that YouTube that you do so well. And if you are listening on any of the podcatcher apps, honestly, they all have their own rules. Rate us good. Maybe
good rating.
Good rating.
Whatever that is.
Good times.
Stars, thumbs upsies.
Stars, thumbs ups. Subscribe there too.
Bat signals.
Oh yeah, all that good fun stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, we are at Pviewed everywhere, which looks great written down, but when you say it out loud,
Pviewed.
If you type in "Previewed with Adam and Shay" into pretty much any social media, you will be able to find us. Definitely, honestly, follow us on Twitter. We like Twitter. We're having a lot of fun there.
It is fun there.
yeah. Also, if you're interested in joining our Discord community, discord.gg/previewed, come say hi. It's the best community on the internet for all of for everyone on there who's holding us down. We love you. You're the best. We love you, Peaches.
Producer Brian here one last time. Just wanted to thank you all so much for the movie suggestions. We love them. Keep them coming. Put them in the Discord channel and put them in the YouTube comments. We really, really love them. And to join the Discord and everything that Jay just mentioned, it's all in the description of the podcast.
Yes, fix it.
That's fine.
Yeah, and thanks for being a part of the show.
Thanks for sweating it out with us.
Literally sweating it out. I am actually like kind of.
I wonder how much it shows up on camera.
I'm afraid to edit this because
in
I'm
real
worried,
life. Yeah, in real life.
I'm worried I'm gonna look like crap.
No, I mean you could be more flushed. We're just both sweating. It's just you're glowing, Jay.
I'm glowing, baby.
You're glowing. It's that storytelling glow you got about you, Jay. I'm sorry, you're glistening. I'm sorry.
I'm glistening.
You're glistening right now.
All right, we'll catch you guys next week with another Fix It. And until then,
as we always say, catch you later on the Menjays. Oh. Did I make it awkward?
It's been a podcast.
Oh, that works.
No.
We'll find one.
As we always say,
okay, yeah.
Heartbreak feels good in a place like this.
We're coming for you, Nicole.
I think that is our outro.
I think that's it.
Somehow, even if we like, it's a bad movie. All right, bye.
Bye.